Good morning, good morning. Good morning, people. If you're here, this is what you're gonna get. So that's it. There is no, um, there are no plans today. I'm just studying. So enjoy. I have, I have nothing to say. So enjoy. Okay. Figured I would do this, and this might be a little bit of an easier way to concentrate. Let's see if it works. My evening preparations hasn't been working, so I need to do a drastic change because this is March. I just have what? April, May. I got 2 months. Lord Jesus. Oh Preparation of engineering plans and specifications for the following tasks is within the scope of practice of both engineering and architecture. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. Oh, hello. Oh, Jessica, good morning. Are you studying too? Let's study together. I was almost coming on at 4:30, but when you're up this early, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So yeah, let me get my other thing so I can see you guys when you all leave comments. Indeed, it has. Oh no, 3 a.m. Man. Oh, excuse me. Oh goodness. That is a long time. So what are you studying for? What are you studying for? Depiction of building systems. Hmm, Both. This is for both. This belongs to both. Wait, if it's 3 a.m., you must be on Pacific time, Jessica, right? Let's see. Why am I still yawning? I have been up for almost an hour. I don't see the reason for my yawning. I'm gonna put this thing so that it measures. Let me put it to 30 minutes because I should leave here by 5:30 so that I can make breakfast. Or I can leave at 5:45 so that I can make breakfast. I still have to write in my planner. I just need to calm down. You are working on your video you're recording tomorrow? Oh, yay! That's great. That is great. I don't have much time to record. As you can see, I'm supposed to have a planner party tomorrow evening, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, what is her name? Erica? When you come by to harass me today, just know uh, if you're not encouraging me, we will be losing the planner party. So, Erica, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Programming. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. This is for my ethics exam for the state of Texas. And I just find it hilarious how it's been so difficult for me to write my experience record. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing stuff that I've been doing in here. I think that's a lot of fun. Is a lot of fun. Oh, Washington. Washington. Is that? That is Washington State, right? Mm. Identification of economic, legal, and natural constraints and determination of scope of functional elements. Yeah, this is literally what I've been doing recently. Recommending and overseeing appropriate construction project delivery systems, consulting with regard to investigating and analyzing the design form, materials, and construction technology used for the construction, enlargement, or alteration of a building. Oh, well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, yes, so Washington State. Expert opinion and testimony. The legislature recognizes the vital impact that the rapid advance of technology. Whoops. Legislature recognizes the vital impact that the rapid advance of knowledge of the mathematical, physical, and engineering sciences, as applied in the practice of engineering, has on the lives, property, and economy and security of state residents and the national defense. The privilege of practicing engineering be entrusted only to a person licensed and practicing under this chapter. Okay, Jessica. See ya later. I'm only going to be here until 5:30 because grown-up life calls. Why am I yawning? I did boil some water, but I typically don't drink tea this early. Maybe I should start getting up and making myself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. My tea has caffeine in it, and I don't need a lot. Or I could get up and eat a cucumber. It is the privilege of practicing engineering. I am looking to have the privilege of practicing engineering. You may engage in the practice, you may be represented, and make a professional use of the term. Mhm. Liberally construed. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need to know what that means. When I'm reading it like this, I'm eventually going to punch all of this and put it into my notebook. Yeah, so I only have to read 109 pages. Does not prevent a person from identifying the name and trade of any engineers labor organizations. It does not prohibit a person from giving testimony or preparing a document or evidence. Hmm. Wow. It does not affect the practice of any other legalized profession by a member who is licensed by the state or under the state's authority. The Sunset Act. A person who is an employee or subordinate of an engineer is exempt mhm, if the person's practice does not include responsible charge of design or supervision, which means if you don't stamp the drawings and you're working under a licensed PE, you are exempt from licensing requirements. But that also means if you remain unlicensed, you will never be in responsible charge of design or supervision. Some people don't want that. Public work that involves electrical and mechanical. Oh, excuse me. So, for any work that involves mechanical or electrical engineering, anyone can practice or do that work unless it goes over $8,000. That's one. If it does not involve electrical or mechanical engineering, it can go up to $20,000. Hmm. An officer or employee of the United States is exempt from the licensing requirements during the time the officer or employee is engaged in the practice of engineering for the United States. So if you are a federal officer, you are exempted. Okay, this is for installers. Hmm. You are also exempt from licensing requirements if you don't make or imply that the services you provide will be offered to the public. And if what you're drawing is a private dwelling, wow. What? Apartments not exceeding 8 units for each building, apartments not exceeding 4 units for each building, having a maximum height of 2 stories, a garage or other structure, a private building to be used exclusively for farm, ranch, or agricultural purposes, storage of raw agricultural commodities, a building having no more than 1 story. That is not a building exempt from the licensing requirements of this chapter under section 053. So that still has to apply, or 407, which, what was that? 1001, 407. The state or political division of the state may not construct a public work involving engineering in which the public health, welfare, or safety is involved unless the engineering plans, specifications, and estimates have been prepared by an engineer and the engineering construction is to be performed under the direct supervision of an engineer. I learned yesterday that school districts are political subdivisions. Yes, I did not know that before yesterday. You learn something every day. Yeah, so it's odd that it's telling you a person, sole proprietorship, firm, partnership, joint stock association, or private corporation is exempt from licensing requirements. Mm. So no engineering services to the public And what they're working on is a private dwelling, apartments not exceeding 8 units for 1 story, apartments not exceeding 4 units for 2 stories, a garage, a private building for those exclusive purposes, a building having no more than 1 story, also that has electrical or mechanical that's less than $8,000, or does not involve electrical or mechanical but is no more than $20,000. I feel like there is some contradiction here because for these two, in fact, I would say for these three, for A through C, I don't see how I don't see how you can do a private dwelling and have electrical or mechanical less than 8 grand. Oh, I will do further research on it, but that's what I see currently. Yeah, I need to do something that can better wake me up. 9 more minutes. Also has a total floor area of no more than 5,000 square feet. That is very interesting. A building having no more than 1 story that is not a building exempt. Mhm. So, it has to be less than $8,000 if it involves MEP, if it involves ME, or less than $20,000 if it does not involve ME, has no more than 1 story, and a total floor area of no more than 5,000 feet. Ooh, this is a good one. This is structural. Does not contain a clear span between supporting structures greater than 24 feet on the narrow side. Which means that if you have some sort of building, let's do the one I did, right? So you've got that, and you've got this one. So if this is your first initial supporting structure here, actually, this is going to go this way. Let's also do that. Let's also do that. Let's also do that. Let's also do that. Right, so between here and here, and the next one, this distance cannot be more than 24 feet, is what they're saying. Let's make that less than or equal to 24 feet. This is the supporting structure. This is also part of the supporting structure. This isn't important, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. This is it. And you have this is part of the supporting structure. This is part of it as well. naturally. You get all of that. And this one governs because it just governs. And that's going there. And that. Moving all the way down. That isn't correct perspective, but it's close enough. It's very, very close. That distance has to be less than or equal to 24 feet for on the narrow side. So this one is fine. This is the wide side, but that is the narrow side. So the distance between the supports cannot be more than 24 feet on the narrow side. Of a structure described by A to F dot I and II contains unsupported spans greater than 24 feet. Only the trusses, beams, or other roof supporting members must be engineered or pre-engineered. So, if this, if this distance right here is greater than 24 feet, only the trusses, beams, or other roof supporting members must be engineered or pre-engineered. I feel like this has to be a drawing somewhere. I will see if it's available. Mm. Comply with windstorm certification standards. Okay. If you are providing engineering, design, or inspection services necessary to comply with windstorm certification standards for a residential dwelling under this subchapter of the insurance code, which let's just see, if by any chance we have sealing procedures. This is not it. Windstorm certifiers are not exempt. So you have to be licensed if you are doing anything necessary to comply with windstorm certification standards for insurance. If you're providing services for windstorm certification for insurance, providing engineered design relating to constructing, enlarging, altering, or repairing a residential dwelling slab located on expensive soil. often have to read things twice. So if you're not in that category, I don't even know what to say, but if you happen to be in the category or group of people that sometimes needs to read things 2 or 3 times right at that second, my hat is off to you. You're working very hard. Okay, so a slab located on expansive soil. It meets the expansive soil classification provisions of the IRC unless that design, no, this is odd, hold on, providing, that meets, unless, I keep forgetting what my dad tells me. When you're reading something for the first time, just read it like a story. Don't expect to understand it. Now, on your fourth time, you can expect to understand it, which is why it takes me so long to read. I have to read things like 4 or 5 times. Okay. This chapter shall not be construed to apply to the activities of a private corporation or other business entity. Mm, okay, so this is saying you, the things, the licensing requirements do not apply to you if reasonable modifications to existing buildings, blah, 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 to property not accessible by the general public, which means you own it. What are buildings that are not accessible by the general public? What are buildings that are not accessible by the general public? It's literally just your house. Because a church is accessible by the general public. A school is literally a political subdivision. A fire station is accessible by the general public. A hospital is accessible by the general public. An office building is accessible by the general public. It appears this is limited to, I can only see it being a house. Activities related to the research, development, fabrication, production, assembly, integration, or service of products manufactured by the entity. Is this saying that you know what? I think I just got it. So it's not just your home. Not everyone has access. The general public generally does not have access to people's offices. The employees have access to it, but not necessarily the general public. It seems that this is carving out a portion of the responsibility of this chapter from corporations and business entities. Yep, yep. That's in fact that is literally the topic here. So That is a lot of fun, I guess. Hmm. A person who claims an exemption under this section and who is determined to have directly or indirectly represented the person as legally qualified to engage in the practice of engineering, or who is determined to have violated section 1001.301 may not claim an exemption until the 10th anniversary of the date that person made that representation. What does 301 say? Oh, we're not even there yet. Mhm. Okay, so you can't. Engineer, professional engineer, licensed engineer, registered professional engineer, licensed professional engineer, engineered, which is except as provided in subsection F, a person may not directly or indirectly use or cause to be used an abbreviation, word, symbol, slogan, or sign that tends or is likely to create an impression with the public that the person is qualified or authorized to engage in the practice of engineering, unless a person holds a license and is practicing under this chapter. You cannot receive any fee or compensation or the promise of any fee or compensation for engaging in this. A person, sole proprietorship, firm, partnership, association, or corporation that engages in or offers or attempts to engage in conduct described by this section is conclusively presumed ooh, to be engaged in the process of engineering. Notwithstanding the other provisions of this chapter, a regular employee of a business entity who is engaged in engineering activities but is exempt from licensing. Wait. Notwithstanding other provisions of this chapter, a regular employee of a business entity who is engaged in engineering activities but is exempt from licensing requirements of this chapter under sections 057 and 058, this one and this one, is not prohibited from using the term but is exempt. No, is not prohibited from using the term engineer on a business card, cover letter, or other forms of correspondence. If the person does not offer, oh, okay. So it means you can, e.g., put in your signature uh, if you're an employee of an engineering firm or construction firm or other thing related in an engineering activity. You can use the term engineer as far as you do not show, as far as you're not offering to the public to perform engineering services. That's one. And you don't use the title in any context outside the scope of the exemption in a manner that represents an ability or willingness to perform engineering services or make engineering judgment requiring a licensed professional engineer. And subsection F does not authorize a person to use the term listed. So that means you still can't say. Ah, hi, 15 planning. Good morning. She said, hello, everyone. There is no one here. It's just you and me. This is why folks who have not gotten their licenses are um, even though they graduated from engineering school, probably have done several years, are calling themselves mechanical designer, structural designer, electrical designer, project associate. You have to keep these names until you take and pass the licensing exam. Or if you're in the state of Texas, you should get to take this ethics exam. That's what I'm studying. This is what I have to study for this week and next week. And I only have 2 days off next week. So that is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. On on I'm gonna take a half day on Tuesday. Okay. How are you doing, Cindy? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Employee of a private corporation or business entity. Ooh. Excuse me. Mm. Wow. You are barred for 10 years. That's what these two says. If you're found to be in violation of this part, you cannot claim an exemption until the 10th anniversary of the date you made that representation. Yikes. You're at work already? What time is it? I thought you were in like Chicago and it's Central Time. Oh, it's 5:43. Oh my god. I need to figure out a way to read this to myself in the car. I need to figure it out. 5:43. I need to Jesus Christ. I have to go make breakfast. I'm hungry. I need to decide on what I'm doing today. There is no school tomorrow. And I'm going to hurry up with this one. There's no school tomorrow. So the young man will be with his grandparents. This will be me going to, where am I going to put it? I'm just going to write it here and put it there. It is 6:43. You start in 15 minutes. What? I thought you worked at a school. Aren't you a teacher or a principal or something like that? You're leaving to get your day started. Okay. Understood. I need to transfer my stuff. I've got bulbs to exchange. Exchange bulbs. I need to put my weather up here. Exchange bulbs. I need to return library books. I don't know if I'll do this today. Edit experience record. Oh God. Today is Thursday. That's something I need to do this afternoon. I am not going to be in this meeting. Edit experience record. Am I going to punch notes tonight? I need to be realistic. Am I going to punch notes tonight? Yo, the day isn't even started and I am tired. How is that possible? How is that possible? I need to make myself a smoothie. I'm gonna write here, make breakfast. That's going to be my first thing of the day. Make breakfast. I think I will feel really good when I go get a few things done. I need to make my tea. Make my tea. So I have to punch notes and I have to edit my experience record. We're going to put this here. We're going to put punch notes over here. I have to do that tomorrow anyway because we have class on Saturday. I could do it on Saturday morning. I could punch my notes on Saturday morning, go live on my second channel and do that. I could. I don't know that I want to, but I could. So let's show that this has been moved, this has also been moved, this has also been moved, and this has also been moved. Between today and tomorrow, I need to get some cash and I need to move some cash. I need to text my friend. Draw cash and then transfer said cash. I think one of my daily activities needs to just be study ethics because I don't have that anywhere on here. Today is the, oh my gosh. I'm running out of days. I need a day between Friday and Saturday. Let's call it Friday. How about that? Friday? Frunday. Frunday. Okay. Or that day will be between Sunday and Monday, and we will call it Frunday. Frun. I don't know. I need to work less. Is what this is looking like. I need a few days off. I'm taking some days off next week, but the funny thing is, that's already allotted for. I will just do a little bit every day. That's it. I will just make sure I do a little bit every day. What else do I need to do? So I said edit experience record, text Amber. I was going to publish the graphic for the planner party tomorrow, but I don't think the planner party tomorrow. I don't think the planner party is going to happen tomorrow. I need to be realistic because, truth be told, I can't afford to spend an hour and a half online. I can't afford to spend an hour and a half online and I'm not doing something related to my license. I can't. I can't. At least for the next few months. Someone might say, okay, well, what is this you're doing? I am planning. I need to plan and dump the stuff out of my brain. That is important, no matter what I'm doing, because this is helping me to determine when I'm going to do some of these things. So I'm going to write study ethics here. I've already done a little bit of that. I'm going to download an app while I'm waiting for breakfast to be ready. I need to punch my notes. I said that here. I'm also going to do that here. Call it 6:30. So I'll keep my alarm off until 6:30, and then at 6:30 I will wake up and punch some notes. I might do that on my second channel. I just might. I have a meeting this morning, and I need to call a principal. So put it at 8 o'clock. Will she be ready? Will she be available at 8 o'clock? Well, let's see. I need to call. Let's see. I think I also need to talk to Daryl. I have been putting that off for a while. And I already have that. I need to pay saws. That's automatic in Amazon. I'm gonna take out this punch notes. Is it possible that the planner party can be 30 minutes? I can spare 30 minutes, I think. Exchange the bulbs. It's 5:52. Exchange bulbs, return library books, edit experience record. No, I need to withdraw cash today, is what it looks like. If I withdraw the cash today, will I spend it? That's a good question. I won't, because some of the cash is for my sinking fund. This is a morning situation. This has to be done in the morning. Yeah, that has to be done in the morning. Today is also trash day, so that's fun. Did I remember to do that? And I have a thing tomorrow. I have a long meeting tomorrow. I have an inspection. That is long. Tomorrow. And I'm going to be on site. There you go. I'm just going to put this for both days. I don't even know if we are having a partly cloudy day or just a sunny day. It was sunny yesterday. I don't know what the weather's like. I will write that later today. Let's see. Bulbs, library books, experience record. I think I need to write. What is that thing called? I need to put up bike rack. I need to put up the bike rack. I need to pick up TJ's bike. And tomorrow I need to wash my car. And that's it. Alright, I'm done. If you happen to watch the replay, thank you for joining me. If you happen to be Erica and watching the replay, nah, you missed it. You did not have the opportunity to harass me. So good luck with that. Peace out, y'all. Bye.